Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to my channel. My name is Layla and today we're doing my July bullet journal setup, which is why you don't see my face and you just see my journal today. We're going to start by lighting a candle because, setting the ambiance. And I'll walk you through what I'm using today. My July theme is actually going to be a Scooby Doo theme. So again, I have a sticker pack from Amazon. If I can find it, I'll go ahead and link it below, but I can't guarantee because I ordered it several months ago. I'm also going to use my Artist Loft watercolor dual tip markers. The grip that I was talking about, which helps protect my knuckle from writing so much. Some scissors, an eraser, a ruler, and my Sharpie S gel pen. Just a standard mechanical pencil. And of course, I have to have some coffee to kind of get me through. So I have my Starbucks. This is a vanilla blonde latte with caramel drizzle, just so you know. But that's what's caffeinating me today. And we're going to go ahead and get started. I hope you enjoy the video. Start this month a little bit early. So I actually already drew in the first page just because that was going to be a lot harder for me to do on camera. And kind of mapped out my calendar. So you'll see that in the next page. Of course, I had to find a sticker with a mystery machine just to make sure that I didn't mess up the colors. Scooby Doo was and still is a favorite cartoon of mine. It's like my comfort show whenever I'm having a bad day. I'll just put on Scooby Doo. I have a massive Scooby Doo DVD collection. But just in case, I did want to make sure that I found that sticker so that I can make sure the color is all matched. And then my first page is just the July title page. You'll notice as I go through this that I do make a mistake with my title page. I'll let you see if you can figure it out, and then you'll notice once I fix it. So my first page just has the mystery machine and the calendar. I did want to do something a little bit fun with it. Last July I did a jungle cat theme, which ended up looking really, really colorful. So I wanted to do something similar this year with July and kind of bring out all of the fun colors that are used in the cartoon. So you'll see me throughout the process using those markers to kind of color in. And I didn't skip over too much of the coloring. I actually wanted to keep some of it in just because I find it so satisfying to just watch. So I hope you enjoy that. If not, I'm sorry. Maybe you can skip a little bit ahead, but it kind of just was so satisfying watching while I was editing. So I wanted to leave it in. If you're wondering if past me has noticed the mistake yet, the answer would be no. But I did decide to go ahead and black out the background of the Mystery Machine, and that's just because I wanted the front page to kind of stand out from everything else before I moved on to the calendar. If you're curious about the box sizes, I do a 6x6 grid, especially for months that have longer weeks. I usually do 7x7 if they're shorter, like in the month-wise, like if there's only 4 weeks, I'll do 7x7. But because there's like 6 spread out in July, I ended up doing 6x6 to get them all on one page. And you'll notice a little bit untraditional for me, I went all the way to the right side, and that's just to fit it in because I did cut out the first page, just so that I had, like I said, the title page sticking. What's funny about that mistake I made on the first page is I continue to make it on this one, which means the coffee that I drank at the beginning was still not kicking in. So you'll notice I obviously spelled June instead of July, and I'll have to go and fix that later. I did add a couple doodles of the flowers from the Mystery Machine just to kind of bring in the kind of groovy vibes of Scooby Doo into the month at a glance. So after I sat there for a little bit realizing the mistake that I had made, I decided to go ahead and use a black sticky note for the front page. It was kind of my only option to fix that unless I colored the black over it and then I ran the risk of it bleeding through. So I just went with a sticky note and used a gel pen that was somewhat close to the kind of pale pink that I'll use a little bit later, and kind of went with that to fix my July title. For my month at a glance page to fix the title for July, I actually used some of that paper that I cut off of the title page and kind of matched the sizing to the letters that I needed, cut those out, and then drew on the L and the Y and kind of just pasted those in. So problem solved. resist the Scooby Doo with the little baby Yoda sticker as a nod to my May bullet journal spread, and I thought it was a really cute sticker anyway, so really glad I got to use that here and have a little nod to my previous spread. And I also ended up doodling some more flowers in. For a final touch, I did a little cute Jinkies It's July quotation at the bottom. And we're on to the last spread that I pre-drew prior to starting recording, and that's because I kind of wanted to play a little bit with Scooby Doo and some of the themes of that. So for my packages list, I decided to do Scooby snacks because they are little treats to myself as far as packages go. It always makes me a little happier in my day when I go outside and I find a package that has finally arrived. And then with my goals section, I decided to play with the mystery ink, like the mysteries that they're solving. So that's kind of what I titled it as the list on the left side. For the rest of the spreads, I pretty much followed the same theme that I did with my Stray Kids theme, is doing 3 days per page. And then I went through and did each spread as a different character. So we started with Velma, and we'll move through Daphne, Fred, Shaggy, and Scooby. And then the final week is just some additional characters that were in the sticker pack that I thought would be fun to include. But you'll see that as I go through this sections.
Just like last month, I'll go ahead and end out my month, and then that last little section, I decided to use a black post-it and have as my coming up next month section. And I absolutely need this for August because August is already starting to fill up with things, and if I don't write them down, I will not remember. So I had to make that list to make sure that I have that space for that. And then I'll move on to my project plan. I kind of talked about the project plan in my last video and how that kind of helps me stick to what I need to do that month. And I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about it while I was setting it up, just because it's going to speed by. But I tend to write out the 3 big things that I need to focus on that month. So whether that's writing something for a book, or if it's working on my blog, which I've kind of neglected lately and need to get back into, or something like that. Those are the kind of big goals that I set, and then I break out under each one little action steps that I need to take throughout the month so that I can check those off to make sure that I'm making and meeting those goals list. I kept my memory page pretty simple, just 2 stickers and the title page, just because I want to make sure that I have enough space to fill in with any pictures of events that happen this month. I'm closing out the spreads with my monthly statistic page, and this is just where I keep track of all of the numbers, the things that I watched, the favorite book that I have that month, my favorite quotation, my favorite song. Just because I like to look back at my bullet journal as like a memory of that month, so it's kind of fun for me to have this page as well as the highlights and the reflection so that I can look back and see what happened in July and kind of have those memories to hold on to.
As I mentioned at the very beginning of the video, Scooby Doo is one of my favorite comfort things to watch when I'm having a rough time. It is my favorite cartoon. I love getting to sit down on a rainy day and just watch cartoons and kind of relax after a long week. If you have one, let me know your favorite cartoon in the comments below. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!